Unless you've been living under a rock, then you've seen the crazy news last week of the 2025 Mustang GTD setting a sub 7-minute lap time at the Nurburgring, making it the first ever American production car to do so.
We are America, second to none, and we own the finish line.
V8 motor.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really a fan of modern muscle cars, but being an American, I feel an obligation to drive this thing on Assetto Corsa. So I'm taking a no-hesi-tuned GTD with an extra 100 horsepower to the Nordschleife to see if I can come close to that sub 7-minute time. Alright, here it is. This is the 2025 Mustang GTD. To be honest, I'm not sure how we'll do, but first things first, I want to hear what this sounds like. Good sign so far. Ooh. Oh my god, that sounds insane. Alright, well, here we go. We're gonna... I'm sure this is gonna take a couple of laps to get used to the car, so we'll see exactly how this goes. But anyway, heading on to our first flying lap around the Nurburgring, power down on this small straight now, heading into turn 1, gonna be heavy on the brakes right here, so hopefully we can get it around nice and smooth, looking like we can do an okay job of that. A little bit of oversteer on the exit, the rear end kind of likes to kick out, I presume, in a Mustang. I'm not really as familiar with muscle cars as I am with European cars, so it's a little bit out of my territory, this one. Oh yeah, there it is again. Okay. Woof! Man, this is, I really don't know how we're gonna make it through a full lap of this with this much power under the hood. This is a modded version, so it's slightly more powerful actually, which gives us maybe a better chance if to... Oh. Alright. Oh my god. Alright, attempt number 2. That one didn't really end the way we wanted it to. We didn't really actually get that far along the track, so hopefully this time it's a little bit better, kind of wide into turn 1, not really hitting the apex right there. And again, more wheel spin on corner exit. This thing's crazy. Kind of struggling to get around these corners. Now we can put the power down. We have a little bit of a breather. And now we're definitely going to have to make sure we brake at the crest of this hill. Going to be a big jam of the brakes right here. Still a little bit of air on the front tires. Really opening it up right now. 180, 190 miles an hour. We get more air, heavy on the brakes right now. Oh my god, downshifting. Okay, we keep it on the track, but this thing is really, oh my god, wide. Come on. Jesus. Okay, yeah, this thing is this thing's interesting to drive for sure. Okay, not doing too bad this lap, to be honest. Oh my god, oversteer. Holy. Alright, this is gonna be interesting. Heavy braking into here. Come on, get it slowed down. Actually keeping it really tight to the line right there. That was not too bad. Gonna be a little more cautious with the power right there. Okay, I think we're getting the hang of this car. It's just a question of if we're gonna need another lap to do it, because right now this one feels definitely pretty ugly. It's not the prettiest lap ever. Oh, come on. Jesus, wow, that was... Alright, very harsh right coming up. We're going to brake a little early for this. Again, I'm not really sure where the brakes are right now, but that was pretty good. Okay, maybe I need to trust the car just a little bit more. I'm a little too skeptical. Because it's not like a Porsche or something. It's a Mustang. I don't know. I mean, I'm American. I know how Ford builds their cars, and usually it's not with the most quality. This car definitely has a little bit of a learning curve. Okay, heading in towards the carousel. Oh. Okay, well. Alrighty, here we go for lap 3.
A few moments later.
Oh my god! This is pretty crazy. Gonna start braking here. Maybe we could... Man, really flying through this section right now. Oh my god, the bumps in the track are just... Fuck! God damn it! The bumps are the... I know what'll help. Hold on a second. Here we go. Look at that. We should watch one of these while we drive. Okay, let's see. No. Okay. All right. Well, classic Ford. The infotainment doesn't even work. Uses cheap parts anyway. All right. Let's go back to the lap. All right, here we go. This is the final attempt. I can feel it. I can actually feel it. This one is going to be a good one. Already off to a horrendous-looking start. Jesus, that looks so ugly. All right, again, big tap of the brakes right here. Oh, man, that was sketchy. That was really sketchy. I think this car has more horsepower, technically, than the car that did that lap. Oh, boy. And you can kind of tell sometimes on the rear end just likes to spin its wheels like that, but we do have, I guess, a slight advantage in terms of horsepower, but I don't know if that's really going to help us because I feel like it's almost too much power for this car. Heavy braking right there. Come on, get it around the corner. Oh, come on, you're so heavy. All right, this section is not going to be fun. This is really intricate and very twisty, and one just a slight hint of understeer could really screw you up. God, the sun glare is so bad, I can barely see the track. At least just want to see what time we're gonna get. My Hot Wheels just fell off my desk. All right, here we go, on to the back straight now. We're just a handful of corners away from completing our first lap. Oh my God, this thing is really just a rocket ship in a straight line. It's so fast. Oh boy, come on. No, I thought I would be able to take that flat. Okay, on the brakes. Slight hiccup right there, just at the very end. I'm really taking it really cautious now through here. Last couple corners. Oh, come on. And we're gonna complete... we're gonna complete our first lap. After however many attempts that was. 6, 7? Oh, man. Alright, well, I'm not satisfied with that. We completed the lap, but it was so ugly. I know I can make up a lot more time. If I just practice a little bit more. So, I'm gonna do some laps off camera, get a little warmed up, and then we'll see what kind of time we do.
Later.
I did a couple more laps, I did a lot of laps, and I think I've got it in me to really nail one. I'm on the verge of it. There's a couple mistakes I keep making here and there, and it's the same ones every time. So as long as I remember, and I don't get caught away yapping at the camera, I should be able to get a pretty solid looking lap in. So I do think I need a little bit of a break after this. So I want this one to be my last lap anyway. But we'll see how this one goes. I'm really hoping to make this one count into turn 1 for our final time for this video. Maybe if this lap isn't a success, I'll come back to this at some point in the future. But for right now, I've really definitely had my fill of Mustang for today. Really looking good through there. That was one of the best, one of the smoothest couple of lines I've had through that first section so far. Now we have the first chunk done, so I kind of break it up by straight. So we're onto the first straight, so that's the first little sector of the track done. I know that's not necessarily proper, but that's kind of what helps me know where I am on the track, since there's so much to memorize around here. There's so many different corners, and everything is green, and it's all scary, and it's all fast. Speaking of fast, really quick through here. Slight tap of the brakes just to make sure we don't lift up into the air on that little hill. And now trying to keep the car in. We do a pretty good job of that braking really early for this, just to make sure we don't run wide at all. A little bit of understeer or late braking right there ends up with you in the gravel, so we definitely want to avoid that. Heading down the hill now. This part is really, really, really fast. Oh, man. I'm getting used to it now, though. Early braking right here. Brake a lot earlier than you think you have to, and you can barely just keep it on the track like that. Slow speed section now, this little chicane. We run a little bit wide, but not too bad. That's our first kind of micro mistake we've made so far. So far, the exits as well have been a lot better this lap. Not really dealing with a lot of wheel spin on exit. We've kind of learned to mitigate that as much as we can. Trying to keep it really tight to the apex here so we don't have to worry about understeer on the exit. Looking absolutely beautiful through there. This section just slight tap of the brakes, hit the first apex, back on the power. And then up here, it's early braking as well, just to kind of ride through that first section of the corner. Now you can put the power back down, right on the edge of the track. Early braking again, just to make sure we don't run a little too deep into this corner. Try to keep it nice so that second apex. And we've got a nice, beautiful line through there as well. So honestly, not looking too bad so far. Really sharp right-hander coming up. We've been really early on the brakes. Just make sure we keep it tight to this inside line. And we get through there no problem. Now we have this big, long left-hander coming up. This is pretty much flat out. All right, here we go. Heading into the carousel now. Last time we were here, we hit the brakes a little too late. So we're going to be extra early this time, and it's still slightly late. We can't really keep it tight to the apex, but now we're going to have to experience the carousel. Hopefully, oh my god, we can even see it with all that glare. Okay, onto the banked section right here, which is honestly okay. We get through that fine. All right, now we're getting into the section of the lap that, in my opinion, is the most challenging, but it's also the most fun if you can hit everything correctly. And if you're smooth through here, it's probably one of the most satisfying sections of racetrack, I think, ever. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful if you can make everything look nice and neat through here, which we're struggling to do, but that's fine. As long as we can get through in a semi-quick manner, I'll be pretty satisfied, because this section is a little bit tricky. Braking and downshifting. Maybe we shouldn't have hit second gear right there. Maybe we keep it in third if we were going to have another attempt at this. Barely keeping the car on the track. I guess the lap is still valid. Really struggling to keep it on right there. Struggling with a little bit of understeer. This corner is a really deceiving. You really have to slow down for this. It's a very sharp angle. And we get through there with no problem. Still really dealing with wheel spin on the exit. The car just is fighting me all the way. Oh my god, a little bit of air right there. Luckily, we were going a little bit faster, and I think that would have been lap over. I'm really struggling to kind of get myself together after making that mistake. It's oh my god, I'm kind of in shambles right now. I think at the end of my focus right now, I'm really struggling to keep the car exactly where I want it to be on the track. Again, that sun glare is so hard to deal with. This corner is also a little deceiving, especially when you can barely see the track. Okay, last couple of corners. Ooh, and then we're on to the main straight, and then that means we're really close to the end of the lap. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit sloppy towards the end here. I really just want to put the power down, and oh my god, I get to the end of this, because this has been pretty good. I'm really nervous about making a mistake right now. Oh man, god damn, 195 on the back straight. Again, this last little bend in the track is not something we can take flat out. We need like a lift, maybe a slight tap of the brakes, just get the front end planted on the track. Okay, that was good enough. Oh my god, really braking into here. Woo. Wow, okay, last couple of corners now. This is really, really sketchy. Oh my god, come on. The sun is so bad I can barely see, and we're heading towards the line. Oh my god. Oh, man, that really takes it out of you. That really takes it out of you. That is a lot. All right, so my final time was unfortunately just about 10 seconds slower than the real-life lap time, and I had an extra 100 horsepower. To be honest, it still felt like a pretty good lap overall. I had a few minor mistakes, but nothing that lost me too much time. So to be 10 seconds off the real-life lap record for this car honestly doesn't feel too bad, especially given the length of one lap on the Nordschleife. I think with another hour of lapping this track, I could easily shave off a handful of seconds, but to be honest, I don't really want to touch that Mustang again.